Hello, Kindred Spirits, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. Today we are going to be doing a unique, I guess, pick a card reading, where we have 10 decks laid out. Their numbers 0 through 9, which correspond to a number on the dice, which we will be casting for each group to determine which cards from which decks will be included in your reading. So how we are going to format this is I'm going to cast the dice, shuffle out the cards for that group. While I am doing that, I will be giving a little bit of guiding energy off of the numerology that comes out of the dice. And after that's done, I will then move into the next group, casting the dice. As I shuffle out the cards that correspond to the numbers that show up, I will also be talking about the numerology, and we will continue doing that until all 3 groups have their oracle cards picked out. And then we're going to kind of clear the stage, if you will, and then go into each group's reading from that point, adding tarot and any other cards that I am felt led to add to each individual group's conversation. So, I hope that made sense. If you don't want to watch all of the groups being shuffled out, there will be links in the description for each of the group's independent casting and oracle shuffle, and then there will also be links to the actual readings for each group. So doing something a little bit different today, but I'm excited to try this out and see how it works. It should be interesting either way. So before we get started, I actually just wanted to let you know that I have several, items that I recently added to my Etsy shop, so make sure to check it out there, all the way from personal readings to Book of Shadow. I have a couple of collections out now for my Book of Shadows collections, which is basically like template backgrounds to help you with your journaling, your Book of Shadows, your grimoire, your diaries, however you're tracking your spiritual journey. There's some supporting content there for that. And to also keep a lookout for light worker readings. Those go really fast. So if you're interested in those, make sure to keep an eye out for those. Okay, so without further ado, we're actually going to get right into casting for the first group. Okay. Group number 1. Okay, so we have a 2, a 3, a 4, and 2 6s. So again, 0 is on this end, it goes to the number 4, and then 5 starts on this side and goes to the number 9. Okay, so we have number 2. All right, so really looking at the dice cast for you, group number 1, it seems as if romantic energy, partnership, love is a primary focus for you right now. Again, this is energy that we're casting at this point in time. So that's kind of what I am seeing here. If you are, again, looking for some sort of a romantic relationship, you could very well find your partner in your friend group. That's what the number 3 is telling me. Number 3 is all about collaboration and community, building community and friendships, and networking, charm, charisma. That energy is kind of covered under the 3, but it is about collaboration and friendship. And that 4 energy is also telling me that you want a serious, you want a grounded relationship, and the 2 is telling me that you want to focus on harmony in the relationship. So harmony, balance. You really want to like have a mature, grounded, loving relationship, friendship, and like a romantic type of energy for you, group number 1. So if the love reading is not really vibing for you, it could just be talking about love in a non-romantic way. So whether that's self-love or familial love, friendship is a type of love as well, but it's this idea of just inviting more love, inviting more positivity and energy into your life. So group number 1, these are your cards, and again I will lay them all out in groups with the other 2 groups later on. All right, group number 2, let's cast for you. Group number 2. All right, so we have 2 1s, a 2, a 3, and an 8. So what I see with you, group number 2, is that the focus for you is going to be that 1 energy, which is all about that goal-oriented, ambitious, sort of trailblazer type of energy. So this could mean you are starting some sort of business or endeavor, or embarking on some sort of new adventure where you are in a leadership role, or you're guiding the cause, if you will, or guiding the pack. You're the leader, the beginning energy to that. Our 1s are also very independent. I took that from the wrong pile, sorry. I'm used to starting with the number 1, not the number 0. Okay. We're gonna get it right, it's fine. Ooh. Wow, that happened. Okay. Yeah, I'm just over here struggling, don't mind me. Yes, so you're going to be very focused energy I'm feeling from you. Again, independent energy. Some of you could be kind of like going out on your own, you know, getting out of your parents' house or your guardian's house, kind of getting out on your own. But you're really focused on independence and achieving your goals or going after your goals. It's really, 1 energy is really a beginner. It's a starter energy. You're starting things. And then whenever I see the 1 and the 8 together, it always tells me that ambition, ambition, ambition. So 1 is the goal-oriented stuff starter, and 8 is the achiever, the doer. So that those energies together is really just about ambition and drive. With the 3 energy added to that, it speaks to me about collaboration. This could be, again, some sort of career situation or entrepreneurial endeavors. And then our 2 energy is really just adding to the idea of harmony, balance. The diplomat of numerology is that number 2, taking multiple things and having them coexist together, making something stronger. It's almost like the group or the machine that is created from the parts is more important than the individual parts themselves, like that sort of thing. Number 2 is a very strong feminine energy as well, divine feminine energy. And that nurture, that nourisher, from that diplomatic kind of standpoint. So I'm really vibing with like career type of energy, pentacle type of energy for you, group number 2. So these are the cards that came out for you, group number 2. And again, they'll be laid out with the other groups as well. All right. So we're going to move into group number 3. Casting for group number 3. All right, so we have a 4, a 5, a 7, an 8, and a 9. So I'm actually going to start with the 9. Shuffling out. All right, let's see. So the energy that I'm kind of getting right off the bat to me, I mean, we don't have any double numbers for you, but that 9 energy is really kind of standing out to me. That's the energy that's all about transition. It's about transformation. It's about kind of moving from one thing to the next. And with the 7 there, 7 is all about analysis, diving deep in spirituality through analysis, logic, and data analysis. So not so much the emotional side to spirituality, but more the analytical side to spirituality, calculating kind of energy. 5 is all about creativity, outgoing, adventurer, charismatic, charming, friendly, but very high energy, adventurous, not sitting still type of energy. And I'm feeling a little bit of conflict with that 4, because that 4 is all about stability. You know, the 4 is about stability. It's about being grounded. So there's kind of a lot going on with you, group number 3, and it could just be there's a lot more energies connecting with this reading. But, and you know, our 8 is all about achieving. It's about doing, advancement, achievement, happiness and success through achievement. But 8 is also our karmic energy as well. It talks about cycles. So as you achieve and you earn and you obtain, you also give, and you're generous, that sort of energy too. So what I am feeling is like you finding balance between all of these different energies that are calling to you. And the transition, I feel like that transformation is, I feel like in the past you may have leaned really hard into one or the other, felt guilty about, you know, being very outgoing and adventurous and not wanting to, you know, settle down, just letting your creativity kind of fly with you. But then feeling bad because you're unstable and kind of maybe didn't always have like a stable place to live or a stable home, which might have been stressful, frustrating for your family members. But I feel like spirituality and grounding yourself in that spiritual world is really going to offer you balance, because really that's like what a really good life is about. It's about balance. Like too much stability is boring and uneventful. Too much, you know, out there adventurous energy, you know, you don't have a solid foundation so that later in life, you know, you're not looking to the future. So I feel like there is some balance coming, and that's going to come when you are grounded and in alignment spiritually. So that's what I'm feeling for you, group number 3. And these are your cards. Okay. And again, I'll be laying all of the groups out together. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of the cards out of the way so that we can get right into the readings. As I am doing that, you can go ahead and skip right to that part if you so wish to do that. We have a lot of decks to move, so here we go. Okay. Right, now we're going to lay out all of the groups. So I will try to fan them out so you can see all of the cards available. So we have group 3 over here. Okay. And group 2. I hope I'm putting everything in the right order. All right. Okay, and then we have group 1. All right, so if you need to meditate, kind of think about what some of the guiding energy was from our conversations on the numerology, you can pause the video right here and do that if you need to. Otherwise, you can click the timestamps in the description that is going to take you right to your reading. So thank you so much for your patience today, and I will see you in your group readings. All right, hello group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and flip over our guiding cards. I have not looked at any of these, so we're looking at them together. We're all intuitive here today, and then we'll be adding some tarot for some clarifications on some things, so and get just a little bit more insight. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip over our mirror card here. I am knowledge. I am knowledge. Wow. So this is Sagittarius energy right here. We have strength, bearberry. We have the white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. We are earth, so the power to heal yourself is in you. Then we have peacock energy. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. Rebirth. It's very interesting. Then we have the nightingale spirit. Love is all around you, which is, I think it was your guiding energy. Yes, it was your guiding energy with the numerology, was the idea of love in all its different shapes and forms. For some of you, potentially a romantic relationship. So we'll put that at the guiding, as a guiding energy. Okay. Healing, wisdom, rebirth, love, knowledge, strength. So a lot of really interesting energies for you, group number 1. But I feel like our primary focus here is love. We're definitely going to get more messages from our tarot as I shuffle out here. But I feel like love, okay. In order to invite love into your life, like the good kind, the kind that is nurturing, the kind that is peaceful and joyous, not stressful and anxious, really requires you to be whole, healed, and ready to receive love in all of its beauty and glory, if you will. I feel like healing, because we do have the power to heal. We're self-healing. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that. I love that the 10 of Cups showed up. It is going to take strength to take on the healing of ourselves, that responsibility, because we are so multifaceted and there's so many layers to us. And I feel like this idea of wisdom, and we also have Sagittarius energy. I'm feeling like Hierophant energy as well coming forth, and Hermit energy. So the idea of knowing yourself, going within, going inward, and really discovering who you are as a spiritual being, as a person, will really add a significant, level of love that you have for yourself. And I feel like that's important, especially if you are looking to add love to your life, outside love, romantic love, to your life. So what I do see in the Justice card here is the idea of truth, seeking truth. And I feel like that is this knowledge, adventure, and also balance, truth and balance and discernment. I feel like that's a reminder that you know the truth, that inside of you you know, you have the tools in which to be able to discern the truth as it comes your way. So this idea of rebirth for some of you could be working on building that muscle. Again, we all have it. It's all there. But it's about kind of developing that muscle, building up that muscle of discernment and knowing the truth, and not just knowing the truth, but trusting in the knowledge that you have of the truth. Trusting in your knowledge, trusting in your wisdom. Because that is a gift that is granted to you. Okay? And then in the Two of Pentacles, what I do see here is, you know, the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, since it popped out here, this idea of reality, right? Juggling life and spirituality, responsibilities and play. Like, life is kind of all a balancing act. And, you know, the thing that I see with the waves in the background of this image is that, you know, as we kind of go through life and juggle, you know, we have pentacles here, so juggling our worldly life, it's not just affecting us on a worldly level. It's affecting us emotionally, spiritually. Like, we are all connected to all of these different things. So just understanding here and leaning into the fact that we're all connected, and all of the parts of us are connected. And with the Seven of Swords, to me, this is a message to mind your thoughts and mind the people that you keep close to you, that you allow in your sacred space, you know, in your place of peace and love and harmony. Be mindful of the people that you allow in, because not all people have your best interests at heart. And it's important right up front to acknowledge the truth in that and just kind of accept it and move forward, not dwelling on it. You know, we're not being paranoid or anything like that. We're just accepting, like, hey, not everybody has my best interest at heart, and you know, we're just going to move forward with that knowledge and keep it pushing and not dwell on that. I feel like this card for some of you could also be talking about your thoughts. So as we are minding the people that are in we share space with, we're also minding our thoughts, because sometimes we can be the thief of our own thoughts and our own dreams if we're not careful and mindful about how we are talking to ourselves. What are we affirming in our lives? You know, are we affirming negativity? Are we affirming limitation? And just kind of being honest about that and open about that to ourselves, because really we're only responsible to ourselves in that way. How we talk to ourselves is up to us, you know, the thoughts that we have, and just cultivating positive thoughts would really, it's surprising. Like, sometimes it sounds cheesy, like, oh, positive thinking but what it does is, you know, saying that I can do this. And I actually do this with my daughter. You know, she'll try to do something and she won't get it on the first try, and then she'll say, I can't do it, I can't, you know, and this whole dramatic thing. She's a little dramatic, but, you know, she does, oh, I can't do it, I can't. And then I tell her, if you say that you can't, then you won't. But if you say that I can, if you say that I will, then you'll find a way to make it happen. And that's like 99% of the time true. Obviously, there's always an exception to every rule. Everyone always has an example of how things aren't true. However, I found more often than not that keeping your mindset in a positive place, in a place of affirmation, in a place of abundance instead of limitation, it really does fuel a lot of prosperity in all the different realms of life. And then I just really wanted to end up here on our Ten of Cups energy, because I feel like our Ten of Cups, you know, it's about the fulfillment, that emotional fulfillment. And since our conversation started out from a place of love, I feel like ending on the Ten of Cups really talks about the completion of that picture. Whatever that picture looks like to you, the Ten of Cups is there to tell you that, you know, emotional fulfillment, a positive, strong love relationship, a positive, strong family relationship is definitely a possibility for you as you move through life. And I didn't talk about the Six of Pentacles. However, the Six of Pentacles is about generosity and understanding that it's sometimes we are the giver and sometimes we are the receiver, and just to be open to both of them. And I feel like, you know, part of our rebirth, this wisdom, this knowledge that we're looking into is that we see the duality of life. We're understanding that there's duality, there's kind of this balancing act and this juggling between love and work and happiness and fulfillment and stability, and you know, all of these different things are kind of working together at the same time. We have to kind of balance them all out with ourselves, but understanding that love is the root of it all. And you know, if you are looking for fulfillment in the realm and space of love and romance and family, it's a very positive outcome for you, as long as you know, you're doing that work on yourself, again, preparing yourself to receive the gift of, you know, emotional fulfillment and happiness and familial, you know, joy coming your way. So group number 1, these are the messages that I had channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a part of the family. I would really appreciate to have you on board to join in with us. Also, make sure to connect with me on Facebook. I post you know, content. I let you know when I post. I upload YouTube videos, and I share when I post my free 3 card readings on my website, and when I add new content to my Etsy shop. So make sure to connect with me on Facebook if you so choose to do that. And of course, check out my Etsy shop, which I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation, that I'm always uploading new content to help you on your spiritual and life journey. So please check it out if you're interested. So thank you so much for your time and energy, beautiful soul, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So we are going to go ahead and flip over our guiding energy today. You are my ambitious group. So I am celebrated. We have nourish, plantain energy. We have massage, keyword ease. Just going to flip them all over and then we'll just talk through them. Mahorum, keyword there is comfort. And then we have miracles. How lovely. All right, group number 2. So your numerological energy was really focused on like ambitious energy, getting something started, getting something off the ground. Could very well be some sort of a business or career move for you, but just this idea of kind of getting something going, getting something off the ground is just very kind of interesting. So let's dive into the energy that we have right off the bat as I shuffle out your tarot. So, vibing with that ambitious energy, the messages that are flowing like water right now, this idea of ease and comfort, nourishment, is really telling me that, you know, the answer, the prosperity, like, yes, work will need to be put in, but not forgetting about yourself, like not working yourself to the bone, working yourself into exhaustion. The idea is to continue to nurture and nourish yourself. So, you know, our true statement here is, I am at ease with life. I trust my heart. I am celebrated. Miracles. So I feel like miracles are happening for you. Miracles are definitely in the works for you, but I feel like you won't be able to receive receive them if you are too exhausted, if you're not taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. I feel like your ambitious endeavors, there's a lot of positive energy, there's a lot of prosperity to come from them, but you won't be able to enjoy that prosperity. You won't be able to receive all that is available to you if you are exhausted, if you aren't taking care of yourself, if you are unwell and sick. You won't be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Group number 2. So it's good to be ambitious, ambition away, but also make sure to take care of yourself, taking time out of your busy schedule to nurture yourself, to love on yourself. And it could just be, you take a little bit more time in the shower, you create a nice, face care routine for yourself or hair care routine for yourself. Something where you're kind of able to just dive into your own, dive into yourself, dive into your energy without shame or, being rushed. And just pick a day, whatever the day is, if it's a Sunday, if it's a whatever day works for you in your schedule in your life. But picking a day and saying, this day we are going to do 2 things. We're going to nurture our spirit and some other part of ourselves. So just kind of being mindful about how you're treating yourself and how you're nurturing and nourishing yourself. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, which I love that. The Ace of Cups is about renewed, new opportunity in the realm of our cups energy, which is spirituality, it's creativity, it's a love, emotions. So I feel like this could be for some of you just like a new perspective, a new point of view on how you love yourself, how you care for yourself, a renewed a renewal in your spiritual walk, your spiritual realm, getting in alignment again with destiny. If you've strayed a little bit or wandered off of it or have been lost for a period of time, I feel like this renewal is also going to combat this 5 of Wands energy over here too, which could be some conflict either outside of your realm or even inward, some inner conflict, maybe fighting between your passion, right? You're pursuing that ambitious goal that you're after, some conflict between that and, again, nourishing yourself, which I feel like is the primary message here. I feel like some of you might be fire signs, but some of you also just might be fired up and excited about, what's coming to you, what's coming for you, what's kind of in the stars for you right now, and this endeavor, this goal, this idea that you've had, you're just really ready to kind of put all of the energy and effort that you need to into it. And I do feel like, yes, you should do that, but also make sure that you're taking care of yourself along the way. Our moon energy to me is telling me a couple of different things. I feel like, first of all, it's kind of this dreamy energy that could be talking about disillusionment. So don't elude yourself into thinking that things are different than what they actually are in reality. So if you find yourself being an overly optimistic type of person, just being mindful that you're being realistic about your goals. You're being realistic, for example, if your business or whatever isn't actually making money, you need to be realistic about that and figure out, even though you're maybe doing what you love, there might be a different way to market or a different way to, present your content or whatever, that will actually make you money. So don't say you have a business and you're not making money. Don't elude yourself into that. What I also see in the moon here is this kind of dreamy energy, and I feel like there's a message here to pay attention to your dreams, that spirit will be talking to you through your dreams. Also to me, the moon is like that divine feminine, that Cancer type of energy that to me really talks about nurturing, nourishing yourself, your loved ones, like taking care of yourself, taking care of those around you that you love and care about. And then we have our Two of Cups coming into the conversation, which I really love this for you guys, because I do feel like, you know, this could be talking about a partnership. The Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups could be talking about a partnership in the form of a romantic partnership coming in to help with the nourishing and the comfort and the ease. There could be some kind of a positive, uplifting, like emotional connection coming your way that will help you find comfort and ease, and someone to basically tell you, like, you're not resting enough, you need to rest, you know, that sort of thing. I also just am feeling emotional harmony as well in the Two of Cups. So whether that is with someone else or just within yourself, you know, finding resolution to that inner conflict could also be a message from that Two of Cups energy. All right, and then we have our Page of Wands energy, which our Page of Wands, I'm feeling in this situation is really talking about, I feel like this is really referring to that ambitious goal, you know, that goal, whatever it is that you're starting up, getting off the ground, putting energy into. I feel like that Page of Wands energy, it's kind of like you embarking on this adventure. That's what I'm really feeling. If you're vibing with the love reading, it could be talking about a Page of Wands, so fire sign, sun, moon, rising, Venus in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, being that love interest. So this could be your energy, or it could be somebody else's energy as well. Our Page of Wands is young, could be literally young, or like young at heart, young on their journey, new to their journey. They could be also embarking on some sort of a spiritual sojourn as well, or some sort of creative endeavor. This could be somebody that you collaborate with along your way, along the way in your journey too. So a couple of different things. And then we have, the Three of Cups. So a lot of watery energy in your message today, group number 2. So I'm just feeling like the focus is really for you right now is going to be that emotional side to yourself, and kind of the energies that you keep around you. So our Three of Cups really talks about harmonious friendships. So you could meet, you know, if again the love conversation vibed with you, you could meet or know your partner through your friend groups. But in general, the Three of Cups is about having really positive connections with your friends, loving, meaningful connections with your friends. So if you're feeling a little challenged in the realm of your friendships, then I feel like that Ace of Cups could definitely be talking about you, finding positive, uplifting friendships and spending more time nurturing either the friendships you have, if they're not toxic friendships, you know, spending more time nurturing those and not forgetting about them as you embark on this adventure that you're going on, as you pursue this goal and this career or this job or this business, whatever that looks like for you. Don't forget to nourish and nurture your friendships as well as yourself. And I feel like being in a positive space with people that are like-minded, that have really positive and loving energy towards you, is actually going to be energetic for you. Like, it's not going to be draining. Like, if you have a lot of draining friendships, then that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about these positive, uplifting, after you talk to them, you're energized, you're excited to like move forward in your life. They're positive with you as well. And the last message that I got from our moon energy here is really, for some of you, I feel like the moon is showing up to encourage you to be honest as you look within. Don't be, again, that illusion. and delusion. But don't hide from yourself. Be honest, at least with yourself. Be open with yourself, with what you want and what you need, especially if you're going into a relationship or the relationship vibed with you. Whether it be a romantic or friendship, making sure that you are being honest with yourself in all aspects. So being honest with yourself, if your friends aren't actually positive and uplifting, being honest with yourself. If you're currently in a relationship and your partner is a drain, being honest with yourself that you want a successful career and a really positive, uplifting love relationship. So just being honest with yourself and not hiding from yourself as well. So there's a lot of really strong water energy, really strong cups energy in your reading group number 2. So I feel like despite kind of that fiery, ambitious energy that's very prevalent in your energy at the moment, making sure to nurture, to nourish, to spend time working on your spiritual and your emotional well-being as well, and enjoying the ride, enjoying the journey, taking some time for yourself and nurturing your friendships as well. So group number 2, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as liking my Facebook page and checking out my Etsy shop, where I curate content there to help you on your spiritual and life journey. So thanks for your time and energy today, group number 2, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and start off flipping over all of your guiding energies. So we have Kaya Lily, Rejuvenation, Reawaken, and then Stand Strong. Recognition. Ooh. Flexible. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. And we have Elephant Spirit, learned from the past. Ooh, so, there's a lot of energy here to unpack. So let's just kind of get into it. So your group was the group, or I should say is the group that trying to figure out how I want this to come across. Let's see. All right, so your group was kind of working on the balance in life and in various aspects of life. So maybe the past, and I feel like the learn from the past is very interesting here. But this idea of learning from the past, being that the past potentially being unbalanced. You were leaning really far into one aspect or another and finding yourself kind of tossed back and forth through life, feeling insecure when you're not stable, feeling smothered when you're out, when you're stable, when you're grounded and stable, you're missing that exciting energy, like that 5 energy that came up in your numerological dice. When you're in that 5 energy, there are times where you might feel like you're missing the stability or the grounded energy as well. So just kind of like this topsy-turvy, back and forth sort of energy. And I feel like moving forward, the transition, the transformation that we're working on now is this idea of balance. Balance. It always reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune comes up a lot in my mind's eye when it comes to balance, because, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is going to spin, it's going to spin, it's going to spin, and it's going to land on various different things. We have no control over that in many ways. When you focus on the needle, on the arrow at the end of the wheel, it's constantly moving. So your eyes are constantly going. That's kind of how it's been in the past. You're kind of topsy-turvy, back and forth, you know, unbalanced, ungrounded, just kind of all over the place, and feeling exhaustion from all of the various different kind of, you know, just dealing with things as they come up, and not being, you know, being in a place that is in alignment or grounded. So like the idea there is that you're focusing on the center of the wheel. So the needle's gonna spin, it's gonna spin, it's gonna spin, but that center, the center of the needle is not going to move. The center is always gonna be the center. So if your focus is on the center, you are grounded, you are centered, you are aligned. Wherever the needle lands, you are able to, at that point, kind of pivot, be flexible. You know, you're able to kind of pivot, be flexible, do what needs to be done in order to kind of get through that stage of life, or enjoy that stage of life wherever the needle lands. So I do feel like focusing, you know, for some of you that are maybe more high energy, more, you know, air or fire energy vibes, then, you know, focusing on getting in alignment spiritually, so as not to like limit yourself in the worldly realms, especially if you're kind of a free spirit, if you're vibing with like 5 creative free spirit kind of wanderer type of energy. Being grounded spiritually will still provide a place, like to a foundation for you. So I'm also feeling like maybe for my more earthy signs, you've probably been very anxious if your life has been flopping back and forth. But I do feel like in your stability, in your groundedness, that you also need to be flexible, or maintain the ability to be flexible, because life is change. You know, the good times, no matter how long they last, you know, things are going to change. And the more, the more stable you are, the more grounded you are, the better you'll be, and the more flexible you are, the better you'll be able to adapt to that change. But change is all a part of life. So some of you might need to be a little bit more flexible. And I feel like the Journey card is kind of giving you insight into the fact that a journey is coming for you in some way, shape, or form. So prepare for it. I feel like it's also saying that you need to get away, you need to get out, you need to experience life, enjoy life, especially if you're more of that grounded kind of energy. You're a little less excitable, a little bit more stable. You like things to be more grounded and more certain. And then in the recognition card, I do see here this idea of recognizing that things are not going the way that you want them to go, and then adapting. I feel like recognition could also be for some of you connected to the world of pentacles, like that 6 of Wands energy, where you're being recognized for your accomplishments, that sort of thing. The rejuvenation to me is kind of like that guiding energy. It's like that 9 energy, what we talked about, like this idea of kind of transitioning or transformationing, reawakening, and coming into a strong place, a strong space, a grounded, aligned position in life now. So we do have our 4 of Swords here, which is about taking a break, resting, especially your mind, for those of you who are overthinkers. I feel like if not at this point in time, in the near future, there are going to be options available to you. And sometimes the Seven of Cups can be an overwhelming, you know, you could be feeling overwhelmed at the options presented before you. You know, with that Two of Wands energy too, the world is at your fingertips, does tell me, you know, this could be talking about that journey for you. You know, in our Knight of Wands, it could be some sort of a passion project or passion endeavor, or something that you always dreamed or wish you could pursue in your life, like that kind of coming to the forefront of your world, and you being flexible enough to be able to recognize the opportunity and then take advantage of the opportunity as well, and not being afraid. So like grounding yourself, putting yourself into, you know, a position of power by being grounded and being centered. You will be able to be flexible and, you know, go with the flow, take up the opportunity as you need to. I feel like our Two of Wands could also be talking about some sort of love relationship or some sort of romantic partnership as well. For some of you, if that's vibing with you, they could potentially be a fire sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, with that Knight of Wands energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that excitable, passionate, high energy type of personality or type of person. And then we have our Four of Wands, which is all about home, stability. Again, if you're vibing with the love reading here, then this could be a part of your relation, you know, your conversation here. But this kind of four energy, this grounded energy, I feel like is really what we're going for. Setting ourselves up with a really strong foundation, a sound mind, you know, grounding our passions and desires in a way that we're able to use them to provide stability for us, and not like letting them run havoc for us. But channeling them into projects and things that are going to be positive and uplifting for us and provide us with stability and groundedness. And then we have the Eight of Cups. And I feel like the Eight of Cups here in the conversation is really just talking about leaving emotionally draining things that aren't serving you in the past. Walking away from that energy, leaving it alone, and embarking on an adventure. So I feel like this is kind of adventure energy too. It's a little bit more melancholy than some of the other representations of adventure, but I feel like this is like, I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you're picking up your entire life and just going somewhere else, physically, emotionally, just literally picking up and going somewhere else. For some of you, a complete restart, a reset. Yeah, that's what this is feeling like to me, because the Two of Wands is like kind of a new passionate endeavor with the world at your fingertips. Resting your mind to open you up to the different possibilities, leaving emotionally draining things in the past. Like there's a lot of adventure, journey, emotional sojourns, you know, passion and potentially spiritual or love sojourns. So a lot of for a lot of you, there's going to be some movement, lots of change is really what I'm vibing with. And then we have the Hierophant as our final tarot card today. And, you know, what I do see in the Hierophant is about that spirituality. And I'm feeling like the stability for you, especially if you're vibing with that more excitable, creative, outgoing, kind of freedom-loving, free-flowing type of energy, that spirituality is going to be what grounds you. The spirituality is going to be how you center yourself and you find alignment with your purpose and the intent of your life. The Hierophant, again, if the love reading was a vibe for you, some of you could be leaving some sort of, breakup or some sort of disappointing or sad emotional situation, and kind of being open to new possibilities in the realm of love, pursuit of love, and then having a really grounded, stable relationship as far as like desires go. The Hierophant, if you're vibing with the love reading in this conversation, talks about marriage. It talks about a really committed and strong and grounded relationship. If the love reading isn't vibing with you, then our Hierophant is really talking about, spiritual guidance, spiritual growth, being grounded spiritually, connecting with a spiritual guide to help you on your journey, be grounded, and to find insight into who you are on a spiritual level. So a lot happening for you, group number 3. And I feel like for some of you, huge changes, a big uprooting type of changes, starting over type of changes. And your transition and transformation is going to be on multiple levels, and it's going to be very intense and potentially happening pretty quickly here the next, say, months. Within the next year, I feel like, but like I'm getting months keeps whispering in my head. So the next few months, things are going to be changing for you. So I feel like because this change is coming, preparation is what your focus should be. Focusing on preparing yourself and grounding yourself on an emotional level so that you can be flexible, go with the flow as you embark on these new journeys and opportunities. So it's very exciting for you, group number 3. A lot happening. So I certainly hope that the messages that were channeled for you today were helpful for you. If they were, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what resonated. Please do also click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a part of the Kindred family. We'd love to have you. Please do connect with me on Facebook if you are a Facebook person. That's really kind of my more regular connections. I let you know when I post YouTube videos there, when I post free 3-card general readings to my website, as well as adding content to my Etsy shop, which brings me to my last point here, is to check out my Etsy shop. I curate content there to help you on your spiritual and your life journey. So all the way from personal readings to like Book of Shadow, template sheets and things like that. So beautiful soul, thank you so much for your time and energy today. I really enjoyed connecting with you, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye.